This video is going to be a little bit more personal. I'm going to share about the panic attack that God used to change my life for the better. That's important. Maybe it'll change yours. If you're a parent, I don't know if anyone has ever told you, but children grow up. They do. And when they do, did they tell you that they get their own minds, that they start to make decisions for themselves? You start to lose control. And when they started growing up and going off to college, I started to realize they were out from underneath. They were out of our house. They were out of my control. And I started to imagine the worst possible things that could happen. And I panicked. One night, I just literally curled up in a fetal position on my sofa and had a panic attack. I was hyperventilating and sobbing, just crying. I can't. I could not bear the possibilities of what could happen to my children. That shook me up. And I sat on that sofa and I prayed, God, what is going on? I teach women about your sovereignty. So what is going on that I'm curled up in this fetal position of panic? And so I started thinking about what my mentor Grace would always teach us when we were studying one of the Bible heroes. Like if we were studying about Joseph, she would say, what is it that Joseph knows about God that enabled him to respond as he did? Because for Joseph, the worst of the worst happened for just about every character in the Bible. Terrible things happened. What do they know about you, God, that I either do not know in this situation, or I'm not believing, or I'm just rebelling against it? And so I started to imagine, okay, what if I was driving down the highway with one of my children and we were in a bad accident and there was nobody around and she is dying? And a car pulls up and it's a doctor, a surgeon, and he says, I can save your child, but I have to cut her open and I don't have anything for the pain. If you let me, she'll live. But if you don't, she will die. Can I do it? Of course he can do it. Of course I would let him. But I knew in that moment, I can't watch. I can't watch the pain that she would go through for the surgeon to save her life. And that's when it hit me. I don't want to watch because it would hurt me. And that's the problem. Okay, this is even a made-up scenario and I'm getting emotional. Oh, goodness. That's when I saw the root of pride that was in my heart. I was telling God what he can and can't do with me. See, I was telling him, you can hurt my child if it will save her. You can do whatever you need to my child if it will draw her closer to you. If it will save her life. Do whatever you need to, God. But don't hurt me in the process. What hurts my children hurts me. You know that if you're a mom. What hurts your children hurts you. And I wasn't okay with God hurting me. Whew. Father, forgive me for telling you what you can and can't do with me. The God of the universe. I humbled myself before him and I said, Lord, if it is your good will that pain and suffering should ever touch anyone that I love, and you let me know about it, you let it touch my life, I will trust you with that. I will not rebel against you, Lord. And when I do, I will repent again. And let me tell you, joy overwhelmed my soul in that moment because now I knew what was wrong and I could deal with it. I could die to that pride and repent and submit myself to the kind, good hand of the Lord. And I went to sleep. And I slept peacefully. So if you're struggling, ask Him to reveal to you, what do you not know about Him that you need to know? Or what do you know but you don't really believe? Like you thought you believed it, you thought you had that nailed, but now you realize you don't really believe it? Or you just flat out rebelling against Him. What is it? Ask Him to reveal it to you, and then humble yourself before the mighty hand of God, and He will lift you up. And so now, I pray that this will help you. Maybe my panic attack will help you. It certainly helped me.